What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you a nerd talk. And in this one, we're going to be talking Transformers game for the new gen consoles, like Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Because we haven't actually had one in quite some time since Fall of Cybertron. And Fall of Cybertron was like one of my favorite games. Now, yeah, we had those other games that were created, but I'm talking about RPG style, not like just mission style where you go in, you play as an Autobot, and you play the story or whatever it is, and then you're done. The movie games, you know what I mean? The games that are based off the movies, I don't really count those ones. Those aren't the ones I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I want one much like this, except the one I want kind of like based in between or maybe sometime after, what happens with the Generation 1 and on up through the Beast Wars, right? I would what I would suggest if Hasbro or whoever would love to create or help create this game, you know, this would be a great title for the game, and they can even fuck with it all they want. But what if it'd be Transformers: Path of a New Prime? You know what I mean? And you can play as either a bad guy or a good guy, right? And you're sitting there thinking, like, well, the title's Path of a New Prime. Well, that right there doesn't mean that that you're technically the new Prime, but maybe actually at the end you do become the Prime. But what if through the story, as you go through and everything else, like let's say you want to, because I would like to be able to be a Beast War, kind of like off subject, but I would love to do a Beast War character, because I mean the only beastie type transformations we got are the Dinobot and Insecticons, so it's like, shit. I would love to see Beast Wars again, man. I love the show. That was like one of my favorite Transformers shows ever. But I mean, Path of a New Prime could easily be, maybe if you, like, let's say you choose bad guy, okay? That means whoever's going to be the new Prime, that's now your enemy, right? And let's say, much like Megatron and Optimus, right? You two were like brothers or whatever, and you now become mortal enemies, or you become rivals through battle constantly or whatever, something like that. And as you go up through the ranks and as you're leveling up, the guy you're going against is also leveling up. And then once you become a lot like Megatron was, now you're the leader of the who would they be? Because I wouldn't really count them as the Decepticons, really, but they could be the Decepticons and or the Predacons, but you never know. They might even add something else in, but either they choose, the Predacons or Decepticons, you become the leader, right? You took up the mantle much like Megatron did and become, the head. And from there, as they progress through power and stature and everything else, they actually do physically change. Well, let's say at the end, you actually are able to fight, and whoever wins. You know what I mean? Now, of course, seeing you're the leader, you're the person who's playing the actual main story. Of course, you should win, so all that kind of stuff. But still, I mean, and then after you do the story, and I mean, it would be a good idea to be able to do more than one character. It'd be cool to be able to make maybe multiple, because then add in like an online version of it, much like how this is, and you're actually able to interact with other people who have their Maximal or Predacon or Decepticon or Autobot, whichever one they end up having. And as you're able to go up, you're able to not just change what they look like as they level up and as they go through rank in whatever side they're on, but also you're able to change certain aspects, much like how infiltrators are able to go invisible and stuff. you know, what if you're able to like give a trait like that to like, you know, a Titan class, a big dude. You know what I mean? Give them like a cloak ability along with something else. You know, like alter it and make it to where like they're fully customizable from, you know, their color, from, you know, mix matching armor, from, you know, their vehicle to beast transformation, you know, stuff like that. And I mean, it'd be pretty cool, like, you know, it like if they were to do Beast Wars style, if they were to do two different types of skins for it. And what I mean is, yeah, you're a little turd. And what I mean is, you know, with Beast Wars, some people would like, you know, the mechanical version, much like how they had in some of the revamped version of G1, when they were doing, I think it was Energon or the Planetary Keys. I can't remember which one it was. It was so long ago since I've seen it, but, you know, I'd actually like to see something like that. It'd be pretty cool. And I mean, with how long it's been since we've actually had a new one, it's, I think, about time that maybe Hasbro or someone else actually does one. Because, I mean, even that other one that they did that was that fighter one, I can't remember what it was called. I mean, and it was based off of Generation 1, and I love Generation 1. But still, I mean, being able to see a fully customizable, you know, Transformer that you're able to, you know, go from level 1 to level whatever, from rank 1 to rank whatever, you know, of course, leader. You know, if you're like the Autobot or good guy side, of course, it'd be a Prime, just like, you know, Optimus Primal. He's a Prime. He's still Primal because he's an ape. But come on, man. And I mean, I know there's no way I'm the only person who would love to see a new Transformers game, especially a Transformers game that now envelops two different types. And I mean, like I was saying, having two different skins for the beast type, having the mechanical type, and or you know the actual type that looks like an animal would be pretty sick. And it would make sense to be able to mix and match and actually have, you know, the two different types of skins or whatever, depending on, you know, what kind of place you might go. Because, I mean, in the universe of Transformers, they go from planet to planet to planet. You know what I mean? There's multiple different planets that inhabit Transformers on them. You know? So, I mean, it's not a hard concept to think or a bad idea to, you know, do like what Destiny did, right? And make it to where, you know, you create a guy or a girl, you go in, whether you're a bad guy or a good guy, and then, you know, you go through and you go to each one of these worlds that are inhabited by Transformers, and you start rallying troops. You start rallying people to your cause or whatever. And, like, let's say, okay, if you're the Decepticon or bad guy, right? Let's say, you know, your whole purpose now is to do what Megatron did, which is incite a war, start, you know, bringing back what the Decepticons, and you create or name your own, your bad guy thing. That'd be pretty sick, too, but I highly doubt they do that. And or if they do, they probably wouldn't affiliate with the name. They'd probably affiliate with something else. But either way, that'd be pretty sick. But still, I mean, being able to go from planet to planet to planet and, you know, collect up, you know, certain people. Not like whole masses of people, but, you know, certain individuals that have people, you know, connected with them. You know what I mean? Much like how when Megatron got Starscream, he got most of all of Starscream's people who were underneath him, right? Same thing. Something like that. It'd be pretty sick if they did something exactly like that with the next RPG-style Transformers game that they would actually do. And I would love to see one. I mean, you know, I'm not going to hold my breath because, I mean, Transformers is huge, but most people are more focused on the, you know, the Wahlberg movies. And I mean, I love Transformers, especially the new one. It was really good. But still, it's like, you know, I would like to see a new game. And I mean, a game that isn't based around the movies. And, you know, maybe not fully, like, story-wise to, like, how, you know, Transformers was from Generation 1 all the way to Beast Wars. Because technically, Beast Wars was the last installment / first installment, in a way. You know what I mean? Well, I can't even say first installment, considering technically Optimus Primal and his team were the ones who actually found Optimus and all of them. on the Ark in the mountain. So, but that's Beast Wars. But still, and that'd be pretty cool to actually be able to do stuff like that, and actually even maybe visit some of those sites that you see in the old shows, right? And revisit them and have like memory triggers of certain characters, like maybe a memory trigger of Cheetor, or maybe Optimus Primal, or Rhinox, or Megatron, or Scorponok, or fuck, yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite ones. Beast Wars was definitely one, but yeah, I mean, just constantly thinking about it and constantly looking at all these dudes, it's like, man, it would be an awesome idea if they would just do it. Because, I mean, I can see them doing it. And if they did it, I can see so many Transformers fans, like old and new. Because I can see a whole bunch of new people coming into it because, lots of games are having RPG aspects added to it. And I love that fact. And, it actually kind of gives me more of hope to the fact that they actually just might do that one very thing that I want them to do, which is make another Transformers game and make that game a RPG style to where you can actually derive the world around your character. You put that character in it, and that character shapes that world, quite literally. Much like how in Skyrim, your decisions envelop what happens at the end. Much like that, I would love that to happen. But, just curious on how they get that going, though. Other than to do this video and hope to God people like it and share it, you know what I mean? Which I hope a lot of you people do. I'm hoping people, start agreeing with the fact that we need to start, like, if we want to see certain games, we need to let them know these are the games we want to see. These are the kind of games that we want, and we would definitely pay for them. It's like, if you're going to make a Transformers game, make one like this. I mean, you don't have to do everything 100% of what we want, because, I mean, that's ridiculous. But still, I mean, to take the skeleton of, okay, Transformers RPG, two sides, good and bad, customize from start to finish, and then they throw a story in. You know what I mean? I think the story of being able to go from planet to planet to planet to try to, either take over Cybertron or whatever. I mean, whatever may be the cause, but, to actually gain followers and, become the next leader of, the whole new, evil bad guys, or, the next leader of the Primes. Because, I mean, technically, Rodimus Prime was the last Prime all the way up until Optimus Prime. So, it's kind of crazy, and it'd be awesome to see, Optimus Primal in that game. And maybe see him pass on the spark to somebody else. The spark of leadership to somebody else. You know what I mean? Of course, yeah. Well, no. I can't remember how that Beast Machines ended. It's been a long time. I need to rewatch that one. But, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it a video. It's about 13 minutes long. Well, 14 now. But I really do hope that, you all like, share, and, I mean, you don't have to subscribe. I really don't care about that. But like and share this. And, let's get a hold of Hasbro. Let them know, hey, guys, if you're going to develop a new Transformers game, do this one. This one would be a great idea. Being able to go in and, create a character and just do all this awesome stuff would just be killer for the fans. Especially, bringing in new fans. And then, hey, who knows? Maybe this game would be able to derive something after, all the new movies are being done. That are based off of Generation 1. Kind of. But, let's hope, let's see, let's wait. But, I also have another video I'll be working on. I'll be talking about Zoids. Oh, yeah. And I can't wait for that one, which will probably be soon after this one, just because, I haven't really done video after video after video. Got these back, but yeah. Anyways, take it easy, guys. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening. Catch me for my next one. Later.